Okay guys, so by the title of this video, I know you guys are probably thinking I'm pathetic. At my big age, why did I have some little inch up needle make me faint? Yeah, I don't the story is very just hang on tight, okay? This is gonna be a test on whether or not I can.
I'm at Starbucks.
What? I'm filming. That's kind of rude. Like, okay. Don't mind my sister. This is going to be a test on whether or not I can multitask properly. I didn't get ready with me before, but I wasn't really telling a story. Yeah. If you're new here, my name is Aurea. Thank you guys for continuously tuning in. So we're just gonna just jump right into it. So hopefully I can, you know, stay on track here. We're also going to try to ignore the ginormous tomato that is on my face. I feel like every single time that it's time for me to film a YouTube video, there's always some sort of blemish on my face, and I apologize. Anyways, let's just jump right into this, okay? You guys, don't laugh at me. Okay, so it all started in May. So I got my vaccine in May. It is June now. I got it in mid-May. I've never like fainted before. I don't have a history of any like medical issues, so like a lot of people right now, we all just want to get this vaccine. Okay, we're over it. I know I'm over it. Like, we're over the pandemic. We just want things to open up. We just want our lives to become as normal as possible again. I feel like it's gonna be a really long time before we get there, but anyways, I'm rambling now, so stay on track, Aurea. So yeah, also guys, I'm a Pfizer princess. Okay, Pfizer princess. So that's the vaccine that I took. So yeah, so first off, it was a regular sunny day. Okay, it was a regular sunny day. My first error in getting this vaccine, I'm just gonna keep laughing throughout this video, so just bear with me. My first error was that I didn't eat breakfast. And I, you know, like, I'm not a person who's afraid of needles. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't do foundation first. Like, Aurea, get it together, girl. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so as I was saying, it was a regular sunny day, and my first mistake was not eating breakfast. Okay, so I was just going with the motions. Like, I wasn't afraid or anything. Like, I'm not afraid of needles. Like, I'm not afraid of anything of that sort. So it wasn't something that I was like nervous about or anything. So I was just going through the motions. Like, I had to go to work afterwards, so yes. And then I went into the car, and I was on my way. Second mistake I made was me going to the wrong hospital. So I got my dose at Trillium Hospital, and there's two, and instead of me going to the right address, I ended up going to the one in Mississauga, and I thought there was only one Trillium Mississauga. Like, I simply could have just typed in the address in Google Maps, but I decided to be, you know, Miss Know-it-all. And because, like, I used to work in Mississauga as a hostess, so when I would go on my way there, I would always see that hospital, Trillium Hospital, so I thought it was just that way, but no, it was the one in Etobicoke. So I went to the wrong hospital. I went to the one in Mississauga, and I was freaking out because I didn't know that, well, in my experience, they were a lot more lenient with the vaccine procedure, like, because I was able to go get to the actual hospital I was supposed to be, but I'll get to that. So I'm at this hospital. I'm freaking out because my vaccine appointment is supposed to be in 10 minutes. And I'm like trying to find parking. And the parking at the Trillium one in Mississauga was so packed. I couldn't find a parking spot. So when I finally found one, I was just pissed and like kind of rushing, whatever. And then I get downstairs to the entrance of the exit of the parking garage, and I ask a security guy. I'm just like, also last time you guys saw my eyebrows, I should know they were laminated, but so this is how I do my this is how I regularly do my eyebrows. So yeah, so I get to the security guard. I'm like, where is the vaccine entrance, like the vaccine administrative facility? And he's like, oh, at this location we don't have that. The way my stomach sank to the floor, you guys, like, I was like, if you know me, you know that it takes the littlest minuscule things to make me freak out. So I was like, are you serious? Oh my god, like, I was acting like the world was over. So yeah, he's like, oh, we don't have that here. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, I had to play it off. And then I walked off. I was like, oh my god, Araya, you would do this, blah blah blah. And this was at like this was at 10 a.m. because my vaccine appointment was at 9:50. So this was like at 9:50, 9:55 at this point. Oh, my lashes look good, guys. You can't see, but anyways, yeah, so it was at 9:50. I'm like prancing back and forth. I'm like, oh my god, I'm probably not gonna be able to like reschedule. Like, alright, you would do this. This was your one chance, blah blah blah. So then I call the location that my vaccine was at originally, like the correct location, and I called them. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I went to the wrong, this is annoying, that's annoying. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I went to the wrong location. Would I still be able to get my vaccine today? And she was so calm, and she's like, which location are you at? I was like, I'm at the one in Mississauga. She's like, no, so you're gonna go to the one on Queensway in Etobicoke. I felt so stupid, but like, she was very understanding. She's like, yeah, don't worry about it, I'll just tell the nurses or whoever, the administrators, that you're running late, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I was still just really just annoyed and frustrated with myself because if I just looked at the proper address, Araya, you wouldn't be in this. That was just very on brand for me. So I was so annoyed with myself. And it was hot. And I was hungry. But, you know, like I said, I didn't have breakfast, so that was my own fault. And I think I woke up like at 9 or something. So there's that. So yeah, I went there. It was like 15 minutes away. She asked me how long it would take me to get there too, and I told her, yeah, 15 minutes. This lighting is bad here. Can't see properly. So I told her 15 minutes. So then I got there. Parking was super easy. I didn't have to pay for anything. Luckily for both of the trips, I didn't have to. Actually, no, I think I paid like $3 for the wrong hospital, and in this hospital I didn't pay anything for the parking. So when I get there, I'm like rushing, whatever, and then I stop at the first lady, and she's super chill. So I don't know how it is at like recreational centers or the little pop-ups centers for the vaccine, but for the hospital, like when you get there you have to change your mask. So that's whatever, light work. I just changed it quickly, and then she asked me to just wait in a little waiting room for a sec. And then after, I was brought to another front desk, and the lady just asked me for my ID, I believe. Sorry, not my ID, for my health card, I believe. So I showed her that, and she asked me what time my appointment was for, and I told her that my appointment was actually for 9:50, but I went to the wrong hospital. They didn't care about that. So it was late. And then they directed me, I should say, to another front desk, and he asked me for my health card as well. And then I showed it to him, whatever. And then the guy asked me how I booked my vaccine. And I told him that I wasn't the one who booked it. So because I work for a healthcare organization, I'm deemed an essential worker per se. I'm basically, for my job, I'm assistant to frontline workers. So I told him that, like, I booked it through my healthcare organization, yada yada yada. Then he was like, okay, cool, fine. Then he directed me to the administering of the vaccine room. So it was like this little like what looked like a, I don't know what it was. Like, it was just a random room in the hospital, to be honest. It looked like a gym, but it wasn't. I wasn't really focused on it. I just wanted to get in there and out. And I was just so hot. I just remember being so hot. So I got directed. I followed the arrows. I was behind a police officer, which I felt very uncomfortable and nervous about. Like, why are you there? Anyways. I feel like he was like getting it on his break or something. Not my business. I was directed to this cute little old lady white nurse, and I was happy about that because, you know, she's a vet. She's been doing this for a hot minute. And I asked her, I remember, honestly, I wasn't nervous. I was just trying to ask any typical questions that, can us focus, girl? Hello. It's not focusing. Thank you. I was just trying to ask any other typical question that anyone would ask, you know? So I just asked her, is it gonna hurt? Like, how long is it, whatever. She's like, it'll just be quick, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. And I was fine. I was honestly fine. I was honestly fine, you guys. So she did it. She just like, breathe in. She's like, oh yeah, she's like as I was like as if I was a kid. She's like, breathe the flowers in, 3, 2, oh, we're done. I'm just like, oh, that's it? She's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay, so what you're gonna do is wait 15 minutes before you can leave, just to make sure everything's okay. And I was like, all right, light work. So in my brain, I was gonna be fine. I walked to the waiting area, and I was fine. I was just waiting in the room. I was just talking to my friend about how my vaccine went, how I'm feeling, you know. I was super calm. Like I said, I don't have any like major like health issues like that. Yes, I'm using a beauty blender with foundation on it. You guys all have this already, and this is fairly new, so don't judge me. Thank you so much. And everything was like, you know, Gucci. I was just breathing. Like, I wasn't feeling any like pain like that. Actually no, I'm lying. I was feeling a little pinch or a little aftermath, you would say, whatever, but like I wasn't freaking out about it. I was breathing. I was trying to calm down. I was talking on the phone, and I was like showing well, I wasn't showing my friend, but like I was basically just like explaining how the facility looked and whatnot. And so my friend asked me like if it was packed and everything, and I told her like no, it wasn't packed, like it was fine, I was Gucci. I started to feel kind of like I was kind of getting like in my head, like I was kind of trying to like calm myself down, saying, and kind of like counting down the time because it was only a 15-minute wait time. So I found myself like kind of getting my body kind of getting restless in a way. So one of my right leg, I was like shaking it, but I was like subconsciously shaking it. Like I didn't really take in what I was doing. And then my friend kept asking me, she's like, are you fine? Like, are you good? I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, you just have to wait and then I'll be good. And then I try not to focus because my arm felt kind of like, so my arm started to feel kind of like numb too as well. And then I was holding the phone like at an angle, like at my legs. And then I started to feel a bit lightheaded. I started to feel a bit lightheaded, and I started to feel my body like feel a bit weak. And I'm just like, I'm the type of person that I feel very awkward receiving medical care. I don't know why, or not receiving medical care, just like asking for help, because I feel like I'm fine, like I don't have medical issues, like it's fine. I sound like every other black man. I sound like black men feeling like they don't need medical care. But honestly, I don't feel like, unless I really need to go to the doctor, I don't I'm the person, I will say, like, I'm the person who watches this kind of stuff happen to people. So as it was happening to me, as I felt my body, like, changing and adjusting to the vaccine, I was like, no, this isn't me. Like, this can't be happening to me, type of thing. So yeah, that's how I was feeling. And then, guys, and then I was holding my purse in my lap, and I felt my, sorry guys, so I felt my body start to fall forward. Like, I felt my arms start to get a bit light and weightless, and then my head started kind of making me feel dizzy. And now this is when I was like, all right, no, I'm freaking out. And at this point, I was still on FaceTime, and I knew I wasn't fine. And I really did not want to call the nurse. Like, that's another part I left out. Like, the nurse that administered my vaccine, she's like, if you have any issues, just call a nurse. I really did not want to call one because I was just feeling really embarrassed. And like I said, like, this kind of stuff doesn't happen to me. I've never fainted in my life. I don't have any history of having any health issues, so I just did not want to. Until I was like, all right, no, I didn't do this. I turned around with my purse, like, about to fall on the ground. I said, nurse, 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 and I was reaching out like this. I was reaching out like with my arm to a nurse, and I kid you not, you guys, 3 nurses came and swarmed me. I was just like, is what I'm doing that, like, performative or that, like, dramatic? I was just remember feeling like everything around me was just moving so slowly. Bruh, it felt so weird. It wasn't one of those faints where, like, I just knocked out, like, you know, those typical faints you see on TV shows. It's not like that. So I had 3 nurses rush me, and everything just felt like it was happening in slow motion. And then one of the nurses came. I was very happy that one of the nurses was black and Jamaican, because I just felt like she was my auntie. So I was like, she's like, did you drink? Did you have something to eat? I'm like, I remember, like, shaking my head or something. And then I really couldn't get up, you guys. Like, my limbs felt just very weak. And they're like, do you want a juice box? And I don't remember answering. I just remember them giving me a juice box. I really could not, like, my limbs were just very, very weak. And then I don't like being embarrassed. Like, I don't like others embarrassing me, and I don't like embarrassing myself. So imagine how I'm feeling to know that all these people are watching me, probably looking at this, who is supposed to be a healthy 25-year-old woman, young woman, just fainting and having 3 nurses swarm her. So anyways, they gave me the juice box, and I felt like a little kid. I felt very pathetic. I felt like, is this a joke? Like, I just felt pathetic, you guys. Like, there's no other word to describe it. So yeah, they gave me a juice box, and then, as I said, my limbs were very weak, so they had to put me in a wheelchair. Guys, they had to put me in a wheelchair, and it was horrible, honestly. They put me in a wheelchair, and I had 2 of the nurses help me, and they wheeled me. As I had my juice box in my hand, my head was hanging down, my purse was in my lap, and they wheeled me to the gurney or hospital bed or whatever it is. I was able to get myself to lay down very, very slowly, though. Very slowly I was able to do that. And then by this time, like, I was gaining strength back in my limbs. And after I got some of the juice. So essentially, all of this could have been prevented if I ate something in the morning. And this is something that I will encourage and make sure you guys do this if you haven't gotten your first dose yet. Eat something in the morning, or also end up like me, an idiot, and faint. Thank you for watching. Also liked that they had a this young nurse that was around my age, like, helping me as well. And I asked her as I was laying down, and was like, does this happen to, like, a lot of people? Like, I hope this doesn't only happen to me. Because I was so embarrassed. I'm just like, I was telling her, I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I'm 25 years old. This isn't supposed to happen to me. And then she's like, yeah, no, girl, don't worry. Like, you're not the only one. It happens all the time. Granted, that honestly didn't make me feel any better, but I needed some sort of, like, assurance. So all I had to do was eat a bowl of cereal. All I had to do was eat some toast, and I wouldn't be in this embarrassing mess. Like, it was them wheeling me across, like, past all the rows of people staring at me, past everybody else who's getting administered with their needles, that sent me. Like, I had a whole audience, and that's what I didn't want for me. So yeah. So after like 10 minutes passed by, she's like, are you feeling okay? Like, I handed her my water, and I handed her my juice for her to throw out, which I felt bad about because I'm like, I can do it myself, I'm grown, but it's her job, so whatever. And then I just put my sunglasses on because I had sunglasses with me, and put my sunglasses on, and I just did the walk of shame outside of the facility where everybody saw. Told my group chat of my friends, and they all started laughing at me, which is totally understandable. I don't know, to me, I feel like I wasn't nervous. I felt like when I was asking questions, it was just generic. Like, I just thought that it was fine, honestly. I didn't think that anything of it. But maybe that was a factor. 2 out of 10 experience. All I can say, I'm not even done getting ready, you guys. That's how you know I'm bad at this multitasking thing. All I can say is, if you're gonna get your vaccine, eat something, drink something. Don't be like me. There's just no reason why somebody at my age should be fainting over a little inch, a little needle, you know? So I'm gonna finish getting ready off of camera. Don't be like me. I'm sure some of you guys have already known that, but I didn't. So as a result, fainting was the answer. But again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Comment, get your laughs off, whatever the case is. Yes, it was embarrassing. Yes, this, that, and the third. Make sure you guys turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified every single time that I post a video. And I'll see you guys next time.